welcome to date. Please join me in giving me a big round of applause.
Thank you so much, Robert. Good morning, everybody. Thank you for coming back for day 2. There's a lot going on, as you know. There's elections next door. There is lunch. I think it's at 12:30. So today we really have to go through the program really quickly. Just so you know, Robert, are we live streaming or we just?
Yep.
Okay, so if you don't mind sending out a link, which I'll post for everybody who's present, so you can share with those who want to follow. Yeah, thanks again for a wonderful day yesterday, and hoping for a successful event today as well. I'm gonna call upon our first speaker. She is in a field that when we talk about emerging technologies, we want to talk a lot about emerging technologies today. The speaker that is going to speak to us first is somebody involved in what you would call an emerging technology as well. We talk about AI and cloud computing, and we forget that renewable energy is actually the most important technology we have on Earth today. Because if we do not save our planet, we're going to lose it, right? It sounds like a joke, but we do have Mauricia from Engie Energy Access. She's involved in a lot of things in Uganda, and she'll tell you all about what she's involved in. She's the Global Program Manager for Engie Energy Access, Head of Global Product Management. I keep going product. Head of Global Product Management at Engie Energy Access in Uganda. Please give her a warm welcome, Mauricia. I will not read the full profile. You will introduce yourself. Thank you so much. I will go ahead.
Okay, good morning. Glad to be here. Again, Mauricia Kaizi. I am the head of Global Product Management at Engie Energy Access. Engie Energy Access is a solar company. We deal with off-grid, so most of our products are for the rural community. And yes, we do use a lot of technology. We went to solar industry, technology, how do those come together? But technology is used in every single industry. So in solar, we use it a lot, especially in order to make it affordable. Because as affordable, we need to figure out technologies that enable the customer to pay for the services and the product in installments or slowly. So one of the technologies that we use is the pay-as-you-go. So pay-as-you-go, they have either daily payments, monthly, weekly, and eventually after 2-3 years, they own this product. So I'm going to talk a little bit about pay-as-you-go. Then I'll talk about the different skills that you need to have. Funny enough, they're actually the normal skills that everybody has. They're transferable to the different industry. Then I'll talk a little bit about my story. I used to live here, now I moved back to Uganda, so we'll get into that a little bit. Okay, I'll first go through the slides. Okay, so I'll talk about the company. And since I'm doing global product management, of course I have to talk about the products. I'll only give you 2 products, the high-end and the low-end product. And then I'll go to the PAYGO technology. Then I'll talk about the future products in solar energy. I call them future products, but they're kind of existing products, but they are being developed further, so I'll talk more about that. Then I'll talk about the skills for future jobs in the renewable energy. Okay, so Engie Energy Access, EEA, the company that I work for. It's the leading, does both mini-grids and off-grid, like I said, and we mainly do pay-as-you-go. It's one of the largest companies in Africa. Our mission is to ensure that we are providing life-changing technologies and products that that are affordable, reliable, and sustainable, and they are solar products. The pay-go technology basically enables the customer and our distribution partners, because we work through both B2B and B2C. So the distribution partners to enjoy the clean energy through solar and using different innovative high-end products. We mainly have solar home systems. We have the small solar home systems, like the one that you see at the top, called the Neo, which is 10 watt. And then we have the large solar home systems, which are the one that you see that powers up a TV, stereo, a fridge. And one of the things that, the industry is moving into, or the buzzwords that you'll hear in the industry, is the productive use of electricity, or PUE. So we realize that much as we've been providing solar home systems, we need to enable the customers to be able to make money. So it has to be income generating. Because it's pay-as-you-go kind of business model, if the customer does not have a way in which they are earning income, it makes it hard for them to pay this installment. So that's why now we're moving a lot into productive use of energy. At the bottom, you'll see the smart solar controller. All these monitor the system, the energy usage, the efficiency of the system, the customer's experience. Are there any errors that we can proactively correct? You know, so we use that. Those are among the controllers that we use for our batteries. Different solar industries, so it's known for it's known and used by several solar companies. So what does it do? It does payment integrations. So the customer is able to pay for their solar home systems through mobile money. As you all know, in Uganda, the biggest form of payment is mobile money. Many stats actually show that the unbanked are so many, and yet 70% of the population have some kind of mobile money account. So we take advantage of that, and this system takes advantage of that. So it does installments. It will give the customer alerts. It will lock and unlock the system. So if you don't make a payment, then the system is locked. And then when you make the payment, it is unlocked. It can either be unlocked through GSM, or it can be unlocked through a token, which you get through SMS. And again, there's the SMS integration. So it's a whole software as a service that integrates the CRM, the ERM, and manages the whole payment cycle. So we use it a lot, and we also sell it to different companies. It also has inventory management. So you're able to tell where the solar home systems, where the products, and are they going to the right distribution center. So yeah, so that's the pay-go technology. Then the future products in the solar industry. Like I said, many of these products are in their infancy. Some of them exist, but they're still being developed, and especially now for the Africa population Act roadmap, many of these products will exist, or they are on the roadmap to be developed. So what does my department do? If they are developed in-house, they'll be designed in Germany, Berlin, and then they'll be manufactured in China and then shipped to the different African countries. So many of these products, we're already looking at them. They're in the that's what I'm going through right now. Okay, so the first one is solar-powered internet, the hotspots. We know that is the most cost-effective way in which we can provide internet hotspots on the continent. So those are ideas that we are trying to figure out, things that we need to solve for. Because we have a large underserved rural community, how do we make sure they have internet? Because internet is vital, not only for health, for education, for so many things. So is there a way maybe we can have our solar home systems also act as hotspots? We don't know. So those are things that we need to start thinking about, start generating, start designing for, so those are things we're looking at. Then there's the solar-powered agriculture solutions. As you all know, Africa is a continent that has agricultural problems. So instead of just having rain-fed irrigation, which is what we do in Uganda and most of the African continent, is there a way to provide equipment, solar water pumps? You can do milling, you can do drying, you can do cooling. So all these appliances, we need to figure out how to power them with solar. So that's how we're going to solve for solar-powered agriculture solutions. Then the healthcare industry also needs solar. As you can see, solar it can penetrate all different industries. It can really benefit a lot of industries. We just need to innovate, figure out what's the best way to use it. So solar-powered health clinics, these will be medical units that are equipped with solar panels, and you'll be able to provide refrigeration of medication, vaccines, in very remote areas, and of course lighting, because that is the basic. So we're moving from the basic of just lighting to everything else that you can do with solar. Then solar-powered borders. As you all know, Uganda is filled with a lot of borders. But how do you make it? Okay, so onto the skills that are needed in the solar renewable energy. You'll see a lot of these skills can transverse different industries. So education and academia, data analytics, robotics, AI. How is that related to solar? So our systems, even the paygo, it does a lot of data analytics to figure out, what is the cost, how is the customer using it, how efficient is the system, how do you make it more efficient? AI, artificial intelligence can be used a lot in the data analytics. I mean, it can, in order to make sure that you're analyzing the solar systems appropriately. Circuitry, it's the inverter, it's the power system. So electrical engineering is a very important skill that will be necessary not only for the solar industry but for other industries too. Then here I have solar glass. So solar glass is it's an up and coming. So how do you transform a normal building like this building right here, such that that glass is actually being used for solar energy, to generate solar energy. So those are the kind of technologies that we need to think about, that we need brains that will figure out how to make the whole building be able to produce solar. Then project management, of course, a lot of solar projects. We'll talk about building mini grids, building solar farms. That's all project management. You need to figure out how to do it in the most effective way. So project management cannot be avoided. I'll go this side. Then legal and funding. Ways in which solar is being, we're able to provide solar energy, especially on the continent, to make it cost effective, is by using a lot of green financing. So there's need for us to have lawyers that have this knowledge in green financing. There are many grants, funds, subsidies that we can take advantage of. For example, in Uganda, they recently won the BGFA, which basically subsidize the price on the solar home kit, so the customer pays half of what the price should be. So there are a lot of grants out there, but how do we figure out which are the ones that are pertinent to the different countries. EEA serves 9 different countries in Africa. So we really need to make sure per country we know the kind of funding that is available so that we can transfer this to our customers. Then we need to, some skills is understanding the local and international policies and the incentives, because as you know, the policies dictate what happens in any industry. So if you have good policies, then you'll be able to provide more services. We do, for example, in Uganda, there is the Rural Electric Authority, there is USA, which is Uganda Solar Electric Association. So how do we transfer, and this is for 9 different countries, I'm just talking about Uganda because we're in Uganda specific, but then it's 9 different countries. How do you understand all those policies? And you need people that will be able to do that. Then on-grid integration and ensuring efficient energy distribution. As we move from rural, providing solar energy from the rural community to the weak grid and also to the on-grid, because we're hearing a lot of people that need backup solar. So right now we're not doing backup solar yet, but that is a field that we need to move into. So what is the most efficient way of getting that done? It's being done now, but there is definitely room for improvement. So when you go to community engagement and industry trends, it is very important that we engage the community, because many of the people actually do not even believe in solar. So how do you let show the value of solar to the villages? You know, so we need people, social workers that will be able to do that. Then environmental sustainability and being able to recycle the different, especially the batteries on the continent. One of the debates that's going on right now is the move from lead acid batteries to lithium batteries. So our large solar home systems, we provide the lead acid chemistry. The biggest reason why we do that is because it's recyclable on the continent. But then the lithium ion is more efficient because it has a DOD of 100, almost 100% anyway. So it's more efficient, but the problem is it cannot be recycled on the continent. So many of the times they stay in the warehouses, you know, creating a lot of environmental issues, or we need to ship them to China or to Europe where it can be recycled. So how do we create ways in which we can actually recycle these batteries on the continent? And coincidentally, there's a lot of funding right now for lithium batteries. But the reason why many companies are not using those for the power systems is because of the recycling program. So those are things that we need to think about. How can we be able to actually build a company that can recycle these batteries? Then of course we need to stay up to date with the industry trends and what's happening in the solar panels, storage systems, how to make them better. And then the final one, and I've put it last deliberately, because these are skills that you cannot avoid, the soft skills, right? Soft skills are necessary no matter what industry. So your character, I call it the 3 C's. So your character makes a big difference. So always make sure that, your integrity, your morals, problem solving, and perseverance. Those are important skills to have in the industry. Then competence deals with all the education, academia. And then commitment. In whatever you do, just make sure you're committed. You're committed to the work, to the people, to the organization, and have strong values. Have passion for it. When you have passion, you can transverse a lot of things. Okay, so now just a little bit about me and my story. As many of you know, I lived in the United States, in Dallas in particular. Well, I was in Boston for a few years, then lived here in Texas for 17 years, then moved back to Uganda in 2019, July 2019. Moved back, actually, I'm blessed to have my husband and my son in the audience. So we moved with Eddie and his three brothers. So we have 4 sons. Moved back to Uganda. Many people ask, how did you make that move? And why? The why was really to expose the boys to family, to expose the boys to Uganda, and to show them a different life, right? Because there's so much that we take for granted when we live here. So we wanted the boys to understand what is it like being out of your comfort zone. It actually also created a lot of adaptability, I believe, in the boys. So we moved back, when we went back, honestly, I really didn't even have a job. Just moved back with a leap of faith, you know. 6 months later, I was able to land a job with Rock Telecom. My 17 years here were in the telecom industry. I was working for Verizon, all of you know Verizon. And I started off in audit, internal audit. Then I did business support, I did project management, I did GIS, I did business intelligence, I did data analytics. So I did a lot of things. GIS, I mainly used GIS for marketing. That was my very last position. So I was a GIS marketing manager. Then I moved to Uganda, knowing that I do have a bunch of skills that I know can be transferred to Uganda, and I had the urge to actually get into the solar industry. Where did that urge come from? So whenever I used to go home, like when you're landing in Entebbe right at night, you see darkness. That's what strikes you all the time. You see darkness. Like, how can one change this story? Like, there has to be a way to change the story, you know? So I always had that urge to be able to bring light to the continent. So my hope is by being there, we can turn, or I can help do my part to change the story of Africa from the dark continent to the shining gem of the world. So that is.
Ladies and gentlemen, a round of applause for Mauricia. Mauricia, right? Perfect. All right. We are kind of time crunched, so I want to request the audience to react to your presentation with maybe 2 reactions. It doesn't have to be a question, it can be a question. We have one next over there and another one. Then the others, please reserve your questions, note them down, and connect with Mauricia right after the conversation. Our goal is to spur engagement, meaningful engagement, right? Okay, so we'll start at the back here.
Good morning. So Mauricia talked about lithium battery recycling. This is a real opportunity in Africa. Anyone want to do it? Go ahead and start doing this. One of my former bosses started this here in the US. It's a huge opportunity. So if anyone starts, should take this opportunity in Uganda, it's huge opportunity. Thank you very much. Where were you over there? Huge opportunity, right? Solar space, renewables.
Thank you for your presentation. Mine is just, could be a question. How have you overcome the stigma? I have a couple of friends that are doing the same business that you're in, but their challenge is whenever they go talk to customers always have this thing that thing doesn't work. we have a lot of sunshine home, and I don't know how people do not believe in solar. Is it because of these cheap products? You know, you go on the market, you find they're selling, oh, we can give you a TV, we can give you this, but the thing lasts 6 months and it's gone. So it becomes expensive because if every 6 months you're going to buy a new system, it becomes expensive. So how have you overcome that and your products? Do you give warranties? Do you replace a product if it goes bad after 6 months or 2 years? Thank you.
Okay, thank you for that question. And like one of the skills that I mentioned, one of the things that we need is social people that can actually, social workers, people that can talk to the community. Because like you said, a lot of people don't believe in solar, which is a ridiculous thing. What we do is we do provide warranty. So each of our power system comes with a 3-year warranty. And because it's pay as you go, you are able to own it after you're finished with your payment. And if your product does go bad, you can bring it back to the service center and we do a swap for you. So we guarantee that to the customer, and they already know that this is a provision for them. So, and we tell them that these are actually designed, you know, to be very innovative products. And that's why we are able to give this kind of warranty on the product. So that encourages them. And we do realize that there are a lot of products in the market that are very substandard, and that's why we need to provide that warranty to our customers.
Great. Mauricia, I'm just going to pass this through for the sake of everyone here. There might be people interested. Do you have opportunities for distribution, partnerships, dealerships, representation at a regional level? Do you need people to help you either reach certain areas of the country? Is that an opportunity that anybody can pick up, partner with you to sell your product?
Yes, we do have a B2B distributor arrangement. So we do have opportunities for partners to come in and distribute the products. I say we're in 9 countries, but if you look at the distributor network, we are really in 15 countries. The other countries are through purely B2B, there's no B2C. So there are opportunities if you want to become a distributor. I can connect you to the right person. It couldn't be me, but I can connect you to the right person.
Awesome. A round of applause for Mauricia, please. Thank you so very much. That is a solar opportunity. It's ever growing and evolving. First of all, on behalf of all the organizers that have worked so hard to make this happen, I want to thank you all for honoring the invitation.
Ladies and gentlemen, thank you very much for coming into Dallas to attend the 2023 convention. My name is Robert Chigwanda. I am here with the UNAA Technology. I'm the head of the UNAA Technology Forum. Today we're having our day 2 session where we are hosting, among others, MP Mohamed Nsereko, who is going to be here to talk to us about the technology landscape as he sees it in Uganda, and what can we do as a diaspora to engage with it, what are the opportunities there, what are the challenges there, and how can we benefit or solve some problems. As you know, technology is what anchors the world today. We had a classic example of how technology solved the world's problems when the pandemic hit and the world almost came to a standstill, but we are able to go on, government was able to continue, education was able to continue, business was able to continue, commerce and others, simply because we had technology. So we invite you to come and engage with the UNAA Technology Forum. We have lots to share. Our theme this year is from idea to reality. What are we saying? Is that many among us have good ideas that can be put into reality using technology. Many of you have been observant. You know what the problems are in the communities where we live, and there can be solutions to them using technology. So we are here to engage, to provide the platform for connections, for people to exchange information, and before you know it, we will have a product that can go viral and be valued at millions of dollars Yesterday in the forum, our keynote speaker was Paul Chirungi, who was a resident of the diaspora here, who during the pandemic noticed that in Africa, in Uganda, the payday cycle is 30. There's no way for an employee to access their earnings until the end of the month. So if there is a problem, they have an emergency to solve, they have no way to access that money. So he came up with a digital platform. These days we call these financial technology platforms, where employers and the employees meet, and if an employee has an emergency, they are able to access their salary in advance so that they can solve whatever emergency they have. There is a Ugandan solving a really, really critical problem on the African continent where employees could no way access their earnings until the end of the month. He just received $1 million investment from who? A Nigerian company. That's an opportunity that we're missing as Ugandans. We could have been us investing in him, but we are not yet aware. So that's where we, in the UNAA Technology Forum, are saying, let the community come to understand that there is opportunity to make money in technology, okay? You don't have to be highly technical. All you have to be is somebody who has a mind that can see a problem and come up with a solution. Then let us use, we, the technology people, we have a wide range of expertise in the UNAA Technology Forum, from people who can invest, have money to invest in you, to programmers who can write programming instructions to put into reality the problem that you would have identified and the solution therefore for it. So please engage with us. We are going to be here in the Peacock Ballroom. We are starting very soon here in about 15-20 minutes. We would like to share with you lots of information. It's not technical stuff. We are just showing you what the opportunities are and how you can participate and engage and make money for yourself. And actually, it's an opportunity for us as a diaspora to create jobs back in Uganda, because if we start these companies, startup companies, we can create jobs for our people. All of us care about Uganda, but we have an opportunity to solve some of these unemployment problems by us becoming entrepreneurs and creating jobs and employing our people back home. And actually connecting with them with the American technology ecosystem as well. Today people can do work remotely. We have companies that hire remote workers. So we have this platform. We want the platform to be the connectivity that brings those two sides together. If we engage, we have an opportunity to create, to be impactful actually, other than the talk and us lamenting about the politics and all of that. We have an opportunity to do something that will make a difference in the lives of our people that we care about. Thank you very much for listening to me.
Hello Diaspora, Salam Kochikun. My name as always is welcome to the UNAA Technology Forum, where innovation meets opportunity.